which is so nice. Hi to all of you viewers. I'm so excited that Abigail is my next generation role model. We're talking to her today about her career accomplishments. She's 12 years old. She's already done so much. I know you have an incredibly supportive family, Abigail, which is
I
really,
love
really nice.
so much.
Yeah, and I know your dad takes you to all your auditions and you have to drive to LA, which is, you're driving into LA, which is quite far.
Yeah, so we have to make a big trek, which is, I'm very thankful for my parents. So,
yeah, that's a wonderful commitment. So tell me, you're obviously incredibly dedicated to being an artist, a performer, and obviously you have a lot of auditions to go to. When did you know that you wanted to perform?
well, actually, when I was 3 years old, my parents put me in a local acting school, and I went on stage. I performed a monologue, I should say, and literally I fell in love with it. So, you know what? Ever since I was 3, I've had the same love for it. Now I'm actually 12. So I've been doing it for, I feel like almost my whole life. And I just love it so much. And for like singing, performing, I feel like I've been like singing ever since the womb. But seriously, for about 2 years now. And then dancing, I've been doing seriously, like, I feel like my whole life, but actually seriously for 2 years. And I actually started competitive dance this year. And we've done actually one competition for hip hop, but sadly that was when the coronavirus started. So, you know, we're doing it after the coronavirus is over.
Yeah, understandable. That's great. Yeah, so tell me a little bit. You're obviously now, I mean, yeah, during this time, you've probably been on social media a lot because, you know, everything's changed. We've all been inside quite a bit. So obviously that's helpful when it comes to building a platform. Tell me a little bit about what you want to use your platform for.
Well, you know, that's a great question. How I want to use my platform is to be the best me I can be so others can be the best them they can be. I really want to be a role model and inspire others to be themselves and to love each other because I know not a lot of people, there's not a lot of self-love right now. And I know a lot of people who don't know their worth and they don't think they're good enough. Especially in quarantine, a lot of teens my age are getting depressed because they haven't seen their friends for a while or family. So I just want to uplift others to when they see my platform, they can have that joy and feel it's a safe environment just to be themselves and to stay positive, just uplift others. So that's just how I want to use my platform.
That's amazing. That's really amazing. And I'm sure that having a social media platform like Instagram, I think it's your main platform, isn't it? How has that impacted your career?
I feel like, you know, Instagram and social media is amazing because I'm getting to know new people and they're getting to know me. And I feel like all social media platforms and just for other people, it's like a documentary of my and their life. And so I get to see everything that people are doing. I get to stay connected with amazing people. And I've also been able to do brand deals and collaborations with companies I wouldn't have the opportunity to work with if I didn't have social media. And, you know, everyone's so supportive on it. So it's definitely when I go live, I get to interact with my supporters. And it's just, you know, I'm just really thankful for social media for sure.
So great, so great. And of course, I mean, it's a great way to just be there and communicate and just, you
Yeah,
know, say what you want to say whenever you want to say it. And
exactly.
it's giving people a lot of freedom, which is an amazing thing. Let's talk a little bit about starting out. You know, what kind of advice would you give to kids that are coming on the platform? They're seeing all your pictures and videos and seeing obviously that you've been in TV shows. Just what would you tell other kids? What advice would you give them if they were starting out?
That's a great question. You know what? It depends first of all, whatever your passion is, acting, singing, dancing, performing, art, the whole everything. I feel like I'll just start with acting. I think it's great to maybe, if you have a local acting school, training is fantastic because there's like classes where you can get in front of fantastic directors and they'll call you in, and just like training is fantastic, especially with singing. Practice is amazing, and especially definitely doing as much singing lessons in your voice. With dancing, I mean, the more classes and the more you train, the more you're just going to get better and refine your technique. With art, gotta find the medium, literally. But you know what? Just follow your passion, and if you love it, do it. And just, I think training is just fantastic and everything.
What a fantastic answer. Absolutely. Yeah. And let's talk a little bit about managers, like agents, managers. Do you think if you have a big social media following, do you think you need an agent or a manager?
You know, in California, it is more credible to have an agent or a manager. So I do recommend it. I feel like they really help you get you out the door, and they help you get connections, especially roles. I mean, I do know a lot of people who do self-submit. So it just depends what their preference is, but I definitely strongly recommend to have a, a manager or an agent, because they will help you in your career. And all my agents and managers and my voiceover agent also they're very supportive. So they really help with a lot of things. So I recommend, though, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And let's talk just a little bit about auditions, because it's not always that easy in that business, especially in LA. It's an oversaturated business. There's many people who want to do what you're doing, because it is such an amazing job. And I've talked about it on the show. It's so amazing to be on set. If I could live on set, yes, I would be so happy. And obviously you've had the opportunity to be on set, you know what it's like, but these auditions are hard, and there is so much competition, and there's so much rejection. So talk to me a little bit how you deal with rejection.
You know what? I don't really look at it as rejection. I feel like I'm getting the amazing opportunity to go to the audition, and other people, because they're like the casting directors or the producers who are calling them in, they are actually being invited. They select down the list and invite, okay, to come. So even going to the audition, you booked the audition, which is amazing. And I think that's just how I look at things, because it's just not really rejection for me. I just love the opportunity. Yes, there is going to be 99.9 no's and then 1% yes. But you know what? I think it's definitely, I try to look at it in a positive way, and I love every opportunity I get, and I really just enjoy acting a lot.
That's so great. And you can hear the passion in your voice when you talk about it. And that's going to get you really far, and it's going to get you through a lot of negativity and, whatever comes in your path. Let's talk a little bit about that, because sometimes it happens for kids that they have some kind of bullying at school, or they have negative comments on social media. Or I know Billie Eilish, just as an example, talked about the fact that when she won her Grammy, she had the most negativity on social media that she had ever had, which is so crazy. She's so amazing.
Billie Eilish, she's actually one of my favorite singers, and she's just so inspiring. And literally, I mean, the only reason people would really be jealous probably is really be like hating on her is probably because she's just so successful, and they're probably a bit jealous. I mean, you know what? I have been bullied off and on my whole life, and it's just a sad thing to deal with. But, everyone, I definitely recommend, if you're being bullied or anything in general, having to deal with something like that, definitely tell someone you trust, because the person that you trust the most and that are on your side, they will help you do anything to get you through it. because it's, it's hard getting bullied. In school, I got bullied for helping others. I would always, when I used to do regular school, so I think fourth grade or third, and I would get bullied for helping others who did get bullied. So, it's a sucky thing to deal with. So I just feel, if you're getting bullied, stay strong, stick up for what's right because you don't deserve it. And most likely, if you're getting bullied, it's because they are lacking something in life and that you have, and that they're just jealous of something, you know. But sometimes you have to err on the side of grace and just be like, whatever.
Just be like, whatever. There you go.
Whatever.
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 I love it. That's a brilliant attitude to have. And just in terms of that, just a little bit further. So, did you decide then to be homeschooled?
Great question. You know what? More of the schedule, because I would always get these auditions, and it's such a trek driving back and forth. So we just thought homeschooling was such a better fit. It was mainly for the schedule wise. It was just mainly on the schedule wise, but a part of me was like, I just don't want to get bullied anymore. Of course, there's probably going to be more throughout my life, but just for random things that I can't control. But, mainly just of the flexibility and schedule. So being homeschooled allows me to do all the things I've done, and I can work on schooling whenever I need to. Is great. So I don't get up early, or or these certain times off. Really flexible.
Great. Yeah, that's excellent. Yeah, because I'm sure that because of your amazing career, you've had to deal with and had to sacrifice a lot of things, probably social time for auditions, school time for auditions. Talk to me a little bit about that and how you deal with the sacrifice.
You know what? Mainly for me, I don't really have to do a lot of sacrificing. Of course there's been some times where I've missed hanging out with my friends, shopping, maybe a little family get-togethers, dance classes, maybe extra quality time with my doggos and my 6 pets. But the thing is, I'm all getting the opportunity to do everything, so I'll get to everything when I can. But mainly my parents have to do the sacrifice. They both have jobs, so they have to take the time out of their day. Sometimes on 5, we have to go out the door because we'll get last minute calls to go to the audition, and a lot of people know we trek 2 hours there, 2 hours back. So they have to drive and 2 hours. I'm just in the back preparing and working on stuff, but I'm just I'm really grateful for them to help me and drive me, because it's a really big commitment, and I'm just happy I have parents who are helping me and on my side and that believe in me.
Absolutely. A big shout out to your mum and dad, who are obviously incredible supporters. Yes, thank you so much. That's great. And that's exactly what you need. You need that. That's really wonderful. Let's talk a little bit about how kids at school react to you then. You're obviously doing homeschooling, but how did kids react to you when you were at school?
Well, I feel like I do a hybrid, so I'll go twice a week. So, but sometimes it's not mandatory. I can do those for extracurriculum classes. But I don't go there saying I'm an actor. I'm a normal kid just like anyone else. Yes, we have everything special differently about us, but I just go in there not saying anything. Some people will know me from some shows or social media, and they'll be like, "Oh, hey, I've seen you on this." I was like, and they're sometimes like, "Oh, that's so cool," and then I'll be just like, "Thank you so much, you're so sweet." But I don't really bring it up, and some people know it's not really a big deal there, so I just don't really bring it. Just chill.
That's cool. What a great way to deal with it. That's awesome. And let's just talk a little bit about being a role model. you're obviously on the show because you have so many talents, and a part of that is that you really love to help others, and you're setting such an amazing example to people. So thank you for that. And I want to talk a little bit about who your role models are, and what you would do if you met your role model.
Well, I'm with my first two role models 24/7. My mom and my dad. They are such a big inspiration. A lot of parents are all supportive, and they are just 100% supportive, and they believe in me. I'm so lucky to have amazing parents who believe in me and who take time out of their day to spend time with me, and who are just so supportive and takes the hours and takes the time to work with me and drive me, and just, I'm gonna say this again, believing in me. It's just so amazing. But my other role model her name is Lauren, and I've met her actually 4 times, and the thing is, the reason why she's such a big inspiration and role model to me, she has this campaign called Girls Support Girls. And basically, with that campaign, she brings up women's rights, girls' rights. She volunteers for nonprofit organizations. She donates to like breast cancer, and other many organizations to stopping some things. And I've been watching her ever since she started. So she's just been such a role model for me, because I really want to do as much as volunteering in my life as possible. And I was just really amazed I found a channel like that. So just seeing that made me so inspired, especially what I love. Oh, also on her YouTube channel, she loves yellow, and it makes me so happy. All of her videos are very positive and uplifting and fun. And also, one thing that I'd love to do with her is I'd like to maybe make an organization, and we can bring awareness to it, raise awareness, maybe raise some money and donate to whatever organization it is. And that would just be so amazing to do it. So, that's definitely my role model.
That's great. And just going on from there, if there is an organization that you would create a charity for to support, is there a particular charity that you love and support and have done work for?
Great question. I actually have supported many charities. I'll start with, I am the first youth ambassador for the Joyful Child Foundation. So basically what it is about is that the founder's daughter, 5 years old, was abducted, molested, and murdered within 24 hours. So I've just really loved supporting them, because I wish like any of these causes like cancer, cystic fibrosis, or abduction wasn't at all, like no one knew about it. I just wish that like none of this happened, but sadly in reality it's we're going through it. But I like that's actually one of the charities that I work with. And I also have there's this social media called oh my gosh, Dance Hope Cure. It went out my brain. But it's basically, they bring awareness and raise money for kids with cancer. So I'm lucky to be an ambassador for them. And also I've done a bunch of charities and interviewed and hosted events for cystic fibrosis. It was called Rocking with the Cure. The owner, Tony, he put it all together. It was so amazing. And it was also for his daughter, because she had cystic fibrosis. And it was really sad, because a lot of people know what goes in every single day to people with cystic fibrosis. I'm not going to go into too much detail, but they have to take like 18 medications a day. And, she wanted to live a normal life. So, as you can probably tell, she wanted to live a normal life and stop taking it. She passed away, but very happy when she did. And she was really young when that happened, and not too long later, her father passed away from other conditions, but the sadness. So I've just done a lot of work for them, and during my whole life, I want to do as much as volunteer work as possible. So I can't wait to volunteer and do more work for other organizations.
That's so amazing. You're so passionate about helping others and you support so many causes. By chance, did you ever watch Claire Weinland? And did you ever see anything about her? Do you know who she is?
I feel like I know who she is, but I don't think I've watched something from her. Hmm.
Okay, because I just thought of you. I just thought of that because she had cystic fibrosis
Oh
and
my,
she created her own foundation called the Claire's Place Foundation. And she's an amazing role model to people who were suffering from cystic fibrosis. And actually, I watched this amazing documentary all about Claire. And that's the reason I started this show, Next Generation Role Model, because she was such an amazing role model. But I knew that there were so many other role models out there like yourself who really want to help others and, you know, use their platform to inform people and help people and inspire people, which is what she did. And I just knew that there were so many people like her out there, which is the reason that Next Generation Role Model came to be. So yeah, obviously, you know, because you're involved with your friend with
yeah.
CF, then you should definitely watch that documentary. It's called Claire. It really inspired me.
I'm definitely gonna watch that now. Oh, I think my grandma joined the live and she said, Grandma believes in you. I just had to say that. Oh my gosh. Love you, Grandma.
Hi, Grandma. We believe in Abigail too. We absolutely love her. And you've just given an amazing interview, Abigail. Thank you so much. That was so wonderful. And I'm sure that you have helped so many people who are going to watch this. Do you have anything else that you want to say or any message before we go?
You know what? I think first I just wanted to say thank you so much, Victoria, for having me on the show. It's definitely a dream come true and such an amazing opportunity. And I hope I have the pleasure of meeting and working with you one day, which would be so awesome.
Oh, yes, absolutely. I'll be back in LA soon after all this is through.
Yeah, I can't wait. I think, you know,
Me
the
too.
thing I may want to add is just, you know, stick for what's right. You know, I'm going to say this better. Believe in yourself. Don't let anyone tear you down with whatever says, because the only reason why they're tearing you down is because to get something you don't have, and that you are so amazing, and spread the word, uplifting other people, because, you know, especially in this, you know, bad pandemic, we can all try to lift each other up and make everyone happy. So just keep being you and do whatever you love to do and enjoy it and take as much as you can from it. Live as much as life experiences as possible.
Oh, what a beautiful message. What a great message. Thank you so much. You're such an amazing guest for this show. You are a next
Thank
generation
you.
role model. Thank you for inspiring